Alright, so I'm gonna start with the red bracket. My name's E.B.I.M, one of the 5 judges for the round 2 Lyrical Monster Tournament. So I'm gonna start with the red bracket. PollyFree against Dr. Jeer. PollyFree, I gave you flow, 7 out of 10. You have flow. Punches, 6 out of 10. Energy, 7 out of 10. You came prepared with hyping it up and just being on point. Your cadence, 7 out of 10. With the personals, I only gave you 4 out of 10 because I found you could have did a little bit more with like flipping his name and just picking at him, making it a battle. This could have really been directed to anybody if you would have just took out 2-3 bars that you did go at him with, and it would have been directed to anybody. For that reason, I'm giving you 31 out of 50. There was a part where, you know, you said, oh, has any opponent ever called you up? And then, you know, fill in the gaps. I didn't really like that one. You could have, you know, attacked him a couple of different ways and flipped it out, but that's how you went about it. There's definitely a lot other ways to diss and come to a battle. So I'm gonna jump over to Dr. Jeer. I gave you for flow 6 out of 10. Punches, 7 out of 10. Energy, 6 out of 10. Cadence, 6 out of 10. And personals, 7 out of 10. With the flow, energy, and cadence all at 6, I could see you hyping it up a little bit more. You got potential to do better, and I want to see that if you go on to the next round. For the personals and the punches, have me quacking up like just little shit where you're just battle bar after bar after bar after bar. I fuck with it. I want to see, you know, you go to the next round. So I've got you down for 32 out of 50. I hope whoever does go to the next round, because I'm only 1 out of 5 judges. Whoever it is, make it more personal and come with your A game if you're getting on to round 3. Alright, for my second red bracket, we got StacheTheDope versus Rebel Spazz. I'm gonna start with StacheTheDope. I gave you flow, 7 out of 10. Punches, 6 out of 10. Energy, 7 out of 10. Cadence, 6 out of 10. And personals, 6 out of 10. So that's 32 out of 50. Your flow and the energy that you had were nice. I could have seen, you know, more cadence, more personals, more punches. It seems like you kind of got stuck and you just started writing and it wasn't so personal. I definitely think that you could have brought a little bit more to the round 2. It was still a good battle to watch. I definitely did expect a little bit more from you from the second round. Rebel Spazz, I got flow, 8 out of 10. Punches, 8 out of 10. Energy, 9 out of 10. Cadence, 7 out of 10. And personals, 8 out of 10, giving you a score of 40 out of 50. You broke down some of his bars that he said, reconstructed them before even starting your battle. That was enjoyable seeing you to do that and make his shit better and how it should have sounded. And then when it got into yours, you had so many dope fucking bars and it was just punchline after punchline after punchline. I was definitely impressed with what you brought to the second round. So that's why I've got Rebel Spazz down for the victor for round 2 against StacheTheDope. Alright, so from the blue bracket, we've got A.S.H versus Stigma. This one kind of was tough to judge because there was a kind of a gray area with the pre-recorded. I know the 2 people who did the pre-recorded in the last round, they didn't make it through to this round. It was kind of clarified in an interview that pre-recorded was acceptable. That's kind of on UBZ at the end of the day for us to implement these rules so that everybody has a fair advantage. That being said, I'm going to start with A.S.H. For your flow, I gave you 7 out of 10. For your punches, I gave you 7 out of 10. For your energy, I gave you 7 out of 10. Your cadence, 5 out of 10. And your personals, 7 out of 10, giving you a score of 33 out of 50. For those of you who don't know A.S.H, this was definitely by far his best work. Seeing his growth from other contests, from the first round to the second round, it was like night and day. For your punches, you went at him bar after bar after bar, and it was really nice to see you bring your A game. Your energy, you were there, you're jumping around, you're waving your hands, you're entertaining, and at the end of the day, it was very nice to see. Your cadence, working on, you know, that voice and how you put off your bars, definitely could have used some work. And your personals, I gave you a 7 out of 10. You mentioned Stigma many times and then you used it and incorporated it into bars, dissing, and I liked it. So I'm giving you 33 out of 50. Stigma, your flow, it was dope. I'm giving you 8 out of 10. Your punches, 6 out of 10. You definitely could have, you know, made acronyms or go at Seth A.S.H a little bit more. Your energy, an 8 out of 10. Your cadence, 7 out of 10. In your personals, it was a low score of 4 out of 10, just because you didn't really go at him as much as you really should have for being in a round 2 for the battle. The total score for each of them is 33 out of 50. You could have did a little bit better with, you know, lining up the video with your audio so that it wasn't, like, it was off just a little bit and I could notice it and it threw me off for the video. You had an advantage by being able to have it pre-recorded, and you took advantage of having that. So all of your words and your breaths and, you know, your flows hit on the beat. And I believe if Seth would have did the same thing, then he probably would have had a higher score than you. But I have both. So the final that I've got is the blue bracket, Boney versus OG Verbs. For Boney, I've got his flow out of 6 out of 10, punches 7 out of 10, energy 7 out of 10, cadence 5 out of 10, and personals 5 out of 10. Giving you a score of 30 out of 50. You mentioned that, you know, all he was doing was skinny jokes, and I found that all you were really doing were fat jokes. And I'm sure he's used to it, and I'm sure you're used to it, but how you create new material to entertain and diss is a huge thing. So it was enjoyable, it was a good battle for the round 2, but I found that you could have, you know, brought a little bit more heat and have been a little bit more hungry to get to this next round. So back over to OG Verbs. Your flow 8 out of 10, punches 8 out of 10, energy 8 out of 10, cadence 7 out of 10, and your personals 8 out of 10. Almost the entire battle I rewatched multiple times and I couldn't stop fucking laughing when you're like, oh, you know, name's been Boney since a kid with nothing but damn near baloney in the fridge, or Boney sound like a dog toy. Just bar after bar after bar, just attack, 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 attack. It was amazing, and it was what we expected from OG Verbs, and he came through and surpassed everything that I expected. I've got OG Verbs down for 39 out of 50, and I've got Boney for 30 out of 50.